I challenge you to not have that sweet tooth of yours satisfied with this tea collection. Friends, my name is Joy. I'm the owner of Sub Rosa Tea. We're a small company based in Northern Ohio and will ship anywhere in the United States. While we do sell over 100 flavors of loose leaf tea, in today's video, I'm going to talk primarily about our Sweet Tooth Satisfied Bundle. A lot of my videos, I talk about limited edition bundles. They are available at subrosatea.com for a very limited time. Very limited, 4, 5, sometimes 6 weeks. This bundle in particular, we have it all year, Sweet Tooth Satisfied. So the limited edition, when they are only around for a short period of time, we have a page for those called limited edition. Here I'm going to talk about 8 teas that we have put together into a bundle. Those can be found on a different web page or a tab on our mobile shopping app called Bundles, Gift Sets, and More. So on that particular page, you're going to find a bundle like this that we sell all year. So we have bundles like cold and flu season, allergy season. We have a chai tea bundle, an Earl Grey tea bundle. We really do have that many flavors. And when they have a common theme, I put them together. It saves you money, just like in this collection. This collection of tea, like I said, Sweet Tooth Satisfied Bundle, you're going to find 4 black teas, 3 green, and a white tea. You have 2 ways to shop with us on our website. Again, subrosatea.com. You can buy all of the tea individually, but if you go to the product listing first for the Sweet Tooth Satisfied Bundle, you'll see a clickable link in that product listing. So then you can click through and find all of the individual flavors if that's your preference. I am going to put them in the queue. So if you're shopping live with us, you should easily be able to tap your screen and put the item into the queue that interests you. We also, so the loose leaf tea, again, it's loose leaf tea here, which means it's not in a tea bag and you buy it by weight. So the try me size is a ½ ounce. It makes 5 to 6 servings. The value size is 20 to 25 servings. This is the value size. It's 2 ounces. We also sell an 8 ounce size. The bulk size, it makes about 100 servings. So 3 sizes of the tea individually. When we have a bundle like this, we're selling it in 2 sizes. So your options are to shop on our website or shop on our mobile shopping app. If you don't see the red live above my head, it simply means you're watching it on the replay. Please use the hashtag replay. We do show our videos on social media after the fact that it happens live, but you're always welcome to join us live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday nights. If you go to our website, you'll see a page called Live Video Shopping, which is really nice. You can rewatch or watch the current live video. That's where you can watch it live. It's where you can watch the replay. If you scroll down on that page, you're going to see the schedule. We have other bundles coming out this month, our Apple Orchard and our Pumpkin Patch. This is the month of August. So those are going to be coming out. Those are limited edition bundles. So this one, again, friends, can be found on the page called Bundles and Gift Sets. That's where you can find these. If you're live, I know lots and lots of people are watching. Would you do me a solid favor and leave me a comment? I can see lots of people are watching, but I can't see your name until you actually leave me a comment. It is one of those great things to not have to talk to myself, if you know what I mean. Friends, these teas, even though I am collecting them as a Sweet Tooth Satisfied Bundle, none of these teas have any sugar, carbs, or calories. So you're good to go there. No guilt whatsoever. But all 4 of these teas do have caffeine. Let me scroll to the very, very bottom. Let me just say that I do have a dessert tea bundle that's completely caffeine free. So if that's what you're looking for, if that's what you're interested in, teas that are naturally sweet, that are completely caffeine free. I know my sweet tooth is only active after 8 p.m., like 2 hours before bedtime. That is the only time I ever see mine is at night. So you're going to want to check out those dessert teas. But if you are looking for tea with caffeine, stick with me. Let's talk about that sweet tooth. Hey there, Jean. Jean's watching live, and she says she has a sweet tooth too. I totally get that. Where does it go, though, Jean? Do you really only like chocolate? Like, if you think to yourself, could I eat a piece of fruit right now? Does your brain say, no, I want chocolate, or I want ice cream, or I want something sweeter than fruit? I'm kind of curious about that. I feel like this is a really good representation of what our brand can do, how flavorful the teas can be. And I also will say, while these teas are available in 2 sizes, both the try me size and the value size, they can be steeped hot or cold, which is really nice. I'm going to steep up the cherry chip white cake, which reminds me, while I'm here, the cherry chip white cake is also featured in a limited edition collection. Let me go over here. In the ice cream party bundle. The ice cream party bundle is limited edition. We only have them in the summertime, as you can imagine, during the hottest months of the year. So our ice cream party bundle actually has tea that tastes like ice cream, 4 of those, and 2 that taste like cake. So you might enjoy that bundle too. But it is here. Cherry chip white cake is actually a tea that we sell all year, and that's why it can conveniently be placed in the Sweet Tooth Satisfied bundle. So like I said, all of the loose leaf tea can be steeped up hot or cold. I am pouring cold water into the mist iced tea jug. And the nice thing about this particular jug is that the lid has fine mesh in the lid. So it's going to act like a strainer when I pour the steep tea beverage into my cup to have a sip. Again, friends, this one's the white tea. This is the mist iced tea jug. I'm making cold iced tea here. So this is tea I'm going to be enjoying a little sip today because I love it ever so much. But I will mostly drink this tea in the afternoon tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the jug into the refrigerator, and it'll steep nice and cold for me in the afternoon. Well, all night, and it'll be absolutely perfect for me tomorrow afternoon. One more time, I'm going to put into the queue the Sweet Tooth Satisfied bundle. Jean says, dark chocolate all day, every day. I can relate to that. My husband really drinks, enjoys dark chocolate very much. Dark chocolate, I don't like it as dark as he does. He actually likes chocolate that on my palate, he likes it so dark. On my palate, it tastes medicinal, and I adore that that is his go-to because we can have it in the house, and I am not tempted at all, not even one bit. Let's get started with this bundle. Like I said, friends, 8 teas in this one. I'm going to go, not alphabetical, though. I'm going to jump around. Okay, first up, chocolate dip strawberry. This one's for you, Jean. This one is for you. Chocolate dip strawberry. This tea is a black tea. Here we've got the red label black tea, and we have a caffeinometer on our products. Right on the label, it'll tell you how much caffeine. That's going to help you decide what time of day to drink it. This tea is going to be hot or cold. It's excellent as a latte because it has those chocolate notes. So black tea, it does have dark chocolate and strawberry and cocoa nibs. So it's got great depth of flavor. This is our chocolate dip strawberry. If you've been around for a while, this is a tea that we originally introduced during our Valentine's Day limited edition collection, but it has proven so popular that we still have it in the catalog and active right now. So yes, it is a part of our Sweet Tooth Satisfied bundle. I know you're going to love it. Everyone else does. Next up, friends, our coconut truffle black tea. We have been in business now since 2012. Coconut truffle was one of the flavors that was the original 12 flavors. I started with only 12 flavors. Can you imagine such a thing? Started with only 12 flavors. But just this year, I revamped this recipe. So if you've had our coconut truffle in the past, this is still called coconut truffle, but it is a new recipe. If you don't know what a coconut truffle is, it's almost like a little bomb that it's chocolate covered with coconut in the center. If you like the Mounds candy bar that you can get at the grocery store, those I think taste very much like this tea, chocolate and coconut, of course. This tea does also have the cocoa nibs. I also put white chocolate in here. I happen to love the dichotomy, the flavor that added. This is our coconut truffle. As you can see, friends, we're an all-natural company here, so there are big pieces, big flakes of dried coconut here in with the dark and the white chocolate. It is nice and sweet on its own. Again, it is a black tea. Black teas steep up beautifully as iced tea. All you need is cold water right in the fridge, no problem. If you are going to steep your black tea hot though, I have recently learned that my palate doesn't really like boiling water. I like to save the boiling water for my caffeine-free teas, my tisanes. My personal preference is a black tea with 195 degrees water. We actually sell programmable electric kettles, which is heaven. So you can really tone in to what your taste buds like. Hey there, Janine. Hi. What are you sipping on right now, Miss Janine? Next up, friends, is our creamy caramel. This is actually new this year. We did not have a tea like this before. This is a black tea, and this is two really simple ingredients. You don't need to always be fancy. This is a black tea with caramel pieces. It's nice and smooth, absolutely nice and sweet. And the reason why we sell this all year is I have a lot of customers who add this tea to another blend to make it sweeter. Like if they traditionally are a black tea drinker and that's all they want is just plain, unflavored black tea. But let's say on Saturday mornings, they're going to cook waffles and they want just something sweeter. They'll go ahead and add some of this tea to their black tea or to something that maybe say we don't like. We don't have, like I don't right now in inventory have a tea that has raspberries and caramel. I don't have that right now. But if that's what your taste buds desire, you could add this caramel to a raspberry tea. Easy peasy. So creamy caramel black tea, this is kind of new to us. We've had it a few months now. Very popular. Everyone seems to really be loving it. And it is in the Sweet Tooth Satisfied bundle. Like I said, friends, we have 4 black teas. So we've got one more in this collection. This is Bananas Foster. If you don't know what Bananas Foster is, this is a dessert. It's named after a dessert, very, very common in the South, more so New Orleans. It is definitely a creamy banana, sweet banana dessert. In my mind, it is very similar to a cheesecake in quality, but not exactly. It's its own thing. So this tea in particular, what I've done to make the banana even sweeter than it normally is I've added caramel. So again, this is a perfect dessert, a perfect Sweet Tooth Satisfied tea based on a very classic dessert. If you like banana, I think this is the one for you. It's nice and smooth. It's sweet. We have had other banana teas in the past. Some of them, like our chocolate dip banana, it has a lot of other flavors going on in it. But if you want something that is just like a sweet banana taste, I would say this is the one for you. So like I said, in our Sweet Tooth Satisfied bundle, we've got the 4 black tea. We also have 3 green teas and a white tea. So next up, we have our creme brulee, another tea based on a very classic dessert. Creme brulee does have a lot to do with texture. I'm not going to lie. It is one of those things that it is so creamy and smooth and delicious. But one of my favorite creme brulee recipes, even though you could probably make creme brulee in any particular flavor you wanted, one of my favorites is a straight vanilla. But once I started adding a pinch of cinnamon, I couldn't stop. I love creme brulee with that sweet cinnamon notes. And to kind of mimic the depth of flavor that you get, what I have done is I've used hazelnut and a creme brulee flavor. So it's in there with the green tea. Green tea is low in caffeine. It's high in antioxidants. Black tea has around 60 milligrams of caffeine. Green tea has around 20. So you're going to get significantly less caffeine. Now, again, I will tell you it's great cold steeped, but if you steep it hot, I highly recommend that you use steaming water, never boiling. Water that is too hot can make the tea leaves bitter, and nobody likes that. That is the opposite effect of what we are trying to do when we are trying to satisfy your sweet tooth. Janine just said the coconut truffle, and I love it. Oh, thanks for that. I appreciate it. I will have to say, though, that while we're talking about it, it's almost fall, right? It's August. We're almost fall. We're almost ready to introduce our apple orchard and also our pumpkin patch tea collections. Well, after that, we will in the fall have a Halloween collection, and we do have a tea called Almond Joy. So that is very similar in the fact that there is coconut and chocolate, of course, but then that wonderful, smooth, nutty almond flavor. So if that is something you are looking forward to, trust me, it's coming. Next up, okay, we have had our lemon meringue pie. Lemon meringue pie tea. Again, friends, this is a green tea, naturally low in caffeine, high in antioxidants. This is a tea that I have to say is just nice and smooth. It is lemon and vanilla. It's got great depth of flavor. I know when you read all the ingredients that I've used, you're probably thinking, what does this tea taste like? Trust me, nice and smooth. The apple is pretty much a carrier for that sweet lemon taste. The vanilla comes through nicely. This is a tea that I have found that using too much tea to water ratio can also have your tea being bitter. This tea is supposed to be nice and light and sweet. That's why it's in this particular collection. That's why we've called it pie and not just lemon vanilla. It really is supposed to be sweet. So do watch right on the package. I have how much tea I recommend for 8 ounces of water. I totally understand that you might be drinking a big vessel, but then go ahead and do the math. You can add less or more, especially if you're drinking out of something like a fancy teacup, add a little less. But adding more is not going to make your tea stronger. It's not going to give you more flavor. It can really just make it bitter. So if you want bolder, don't steep it longer. Don't necessarily steep it, add extra. Just be careful. Every single flavor is different, and it is meant to be nice and sweet. Next up, we have another tea that we've had for a while, but it's been reformulated. I'm sorry, I don't know where the image is. I'm doing a live video, and you should be able to see the loose leaf tea leaves as the image, and I don't see an image on my side. I'll fix it when the video's over. Maple walnut, friends. This flavor has been redone, revamped, made more fabulous. This is our maple walnut, big pieces of walnut. Like I said, nothing artificial here. We've got our green tea, walnuts, almonds, and maple brittle. Period. That's it. It doesn't need anything else to be fabulous. The old recipe did have pineapple and coconut. The new recipe does not. I think you're going to love it. Nice and smooth. Another one that is perfect on Saturday mornings with pancakes. Nice and smooth. And I love green teas cold steeped. I just think they are so fabulous. Gives you that little kick of energy in the afternoon. Really kind of just cools things down. Not too much caffeine at all. All right, last but never least is our chocolate chip white cake. This is a tea that we did introduce earlier this year, a couple months ago. And this is what white tea looks like. I was just recently talking to someone who had never even heard of white tea. There are a lot of teas then that this young lady probably hasn't heard of, but that doesn't mean that they're any less. She just hadn't heard of it. So like I said, if you saw, this is the black tea, and then this is the green tea. So black tea leaves are typically much smaller. Green tea leaves are going to be bigger. They are green in color. But here with the white tea, it's not really the color white. But I'm not totally sure you would call it the color green either. It is just lighter in green. It's definitely a beautiful color. The leaves are typically larger. And you really do want to be able to have your tea leaves to expand. So cramming it into a tiny tea ball is not recommended. We have plenty of tea accessories that are perfect for loose leaf tea. And this tea leaves, even though the tea leaves are bigger, you're going to use probably less to steep up your tea. Again, it's recommended here on the label. But when you do that, make sure you have room for the tea leaves to expand. They'll get even bigger. They really will. Like I said, don't cram it. You want your tea to be flavorful and delicious. You want to get all the antioxidants into the beverage that you're drinking. So do make sure you're using the right tea accessory. So here, friends, the Sweet Tooth Satisfied Bundle, 4 black teas, 3 green and a white, Also, I will say, just while we're here live, I will say that we do sell honey stir spoons. I don't personally sweeten the tea that I drink. I think it's great. It's delicious the way it is, but we've always sold them because they're so popular with our customers, and you get so many uses out of a honey stir spoon that you can just stir it into your tea and set it aside for another use. It's also really perfect for gifting. People love to receive them. So we've always had them. They are a part of our gift sets. So this tea, we have a lot of gift sets perfect for gifting. We have 3 colors of style boxes, and they come with the tea that's listed because we have a lot. We have dozens of them. And the honey stir spoon, which is perfect. Oh, yes, and one more time, friends. Right now, the limited edition collection that is currently being featured is our ice cream party collection. Delicious teas, 4 teas based on ice cream, 2 based on cakes, and it is a limited edition. So if you're interested in those, do make sure you order sooner versus than later. I do not see any comments, but I will say I'll be live next Sunday with another tea collection. I'm going to pour myself a cup of this cherry chip white tea. I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to say, friends, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate your time. No matter what you do with the rest of your day, have yourself a cup of tea and take care of you. Bye-bye, friends.